What's up, guys? So on this Shoky Quickie, we've got more World of Nintendo figures. Actually, at the moment, the final World of Nintendo figures that I have. I'm still waiting on a few to show up that I ordered off of eBay. But for now, let's go ahead and look at Mario. This is the newer Mario that's actually running, jumping, happy-looking Mario. And Wario. This is awesome. This is in fact a 1-1 Wario. So this is from the very first run. That's awesome. And I picked this guy up randomly at a Target. Now, one thing that sucked, just talking about it, I had to tape it shut here because the actual glue holding the packaging together had completely given out. So before I even went to cut him open, it was flopping. So it was flopping open. So he could have fallen out at any given point. But we'll take a closer look at him in a second. We gotta look at Mario first. Gotta prioritize the hero. Now, one thing that's interesting, you can tell back then they had the victory Mario. Here we have the leaning against something happily Mario. So they did change the packaging ever so slightly over the years. Let me raise that up. There we go. So this is from Series 1-3. That is the Walgreens line. So you get all of those. Just as we discussed before, everybody has their own separate lines that they work with for the most part. So you got Mario here in his little prison. Of course, you got the base hidden back there. And it just says Mario, ages 3+. Hey, right in the middle of that. That sounded creepy. Never mind. It includes one figure, one base, so they're getting lazier once again. What that packaging says: Super Mario, Jakks specific, choking hazard. 0 to 3-year-olds are unhappy about it. And back here, whoa. Let's see here. This might actually be a new read-up. Let's look. Mario is a good-natured hero who is well known for his jumping stomping power, which has the power to defeat most enemies. He can gain most power-ups like Super Mushrooms, Fire Flower, and a Superstar. He is a fearless character who always saves Princess Peach from the evil clutches of Bowser. That's actually a different read-up, I believe. I think the normal Mario and the 8-bit Mario actually had the same read-up as each other, but this is actually a new read-up. That's pretty cool. There he's just kind of Marioing around. So if you keep him close to the ground, it looks like he's just walking, but you do it this way, he's definitely sprinting. So he's got to have that stand, which is probably going to go in a very unfortunate place if I had to guess. But as I said before, this is from the Walgreens line. So you got the Goomba, this Mario, Olimar, Boo, 8-bit modern color Toad, green Yoshi, Princess Peach, Link, and the turquoise squid. So exclusive. So we've looked at those previously. Those are all really, really awesome. God, I wish I could get more of this guy. It's just so cool. Now, we'll say, this version of Mario is far more common right now in the open type packaging. So I was really, really happy when Walgreens got him in the clamshell, because you guys probably know by now I really prefer all of mine to be in the clamshell type packaging because it's easier for display purposes. I don't display mine open. Even though I do open them to review them for you guys, I put them back in the packaging and I keep them all on the wall in their displays. I think it just looks better. And that way they don't get all dusty and stuff. So, let's take a look at Mr. Big Ol' Wario here. So, Series 1-1, old school Nintendo logo, World of Nintendo, and you can see right there, the packaging is just not doing anything. So, I mean, it might come down to it. I might just go ahead and slice this side open and just, boop, But I didn't want to rip it open because I didn't want this to be all, disgusting and bad. That's why I cut these open from the bottom. You guys will probably see that. Let's see, do I have anything available? Yeah. So, right here, this particular figure, this is what I do. I cut the bottom open and pull the figure out through the bottom. So, set that aside. Anyways, back to Wario. You see his big, menacing, gaping maw of a face right there. He is a very, very happy bad guy. And, of course, Wario, ages 3+. Hey, I'm right in the middle of that. And then, of course, includes one Wario figure because it's an old one and they actually put the name. I love that. Jakks specific, the old logo. So, new logo. Old logo. Super Mario logo is the same. And 0 to 3-year-olds will be unhappy. This is the packaging that actually put the stock market logo there for Jakk. That's so fun. Nintendo 2014. Very old. And let's read the back. Wow, he's beefy right there. Wait a minute. Oh, I never realized he doesn't have full sleeves. I thought he did. That's funny. Alright, so Mario's self-styled rival. He loves money and gross humor. He often sets out in search of hidden treasure. His Bold moves come from his superhuman strength are completely different from Mario's moves. Aside from adventuring, he's also chairman of game maker WarioWare Incorporated. So, of course, you get all the different Wario type-based games, and ever since his inception from Super Wario Land, he's just been the ultimate, reverse Mario, basically, is what he is. So they even, they pulled a full-on Flash and reverse Flash. So you've got red and blue, purple and yellow there. Of course, in this line, you've got Fire Mario, Wario, Diddy Kong, Ice Luigi, Waluigi, and Donkey Kong. And we have looked at almost all of these figures at this point. Fire Mario is one of the ones that's on its way. Thank God. I've wanted Fire Mario for so long. Ice Luigi? Have we looked at Ice Luigi? No, we have not looked at Ice Luigi yet, I don't think. I have him. I don't think we've looked at him. I'll have to go back through my reviews at this point. But one problem with Ice Luigi, I got him in open packaging. We'll talk more about that if and when. So, let's go ahead and get these two rivals out of their packaging and get them fighting each other. Yay. Alright guys, so now we've got these two amazing figures out of the packaging. And honestly, they're so cool. Well, I'll say this. Wario is a very, very cool figure. Mario, he's just Mario. Just kidding, but he is good. There's that one problem of having tiny feet and for some reason leaning back in a maniacal, pose. Stay there for a minute, Wario. All right, so let's look at Mr. Nintendo down here. So you do have pretty much a very standard looking Mario head, except for the fact he's actually looking off to the left. And if I'm right, this is in fact smaller than standard Mario. I think even the head is, just a hair smaller because the nose doesn't look quite as big as it actually is. He does have the nice open gaping mouth, whereas normally he's just got a little bitty open mouth. So this might actually be one of the first full-on new molds of Mario, because even the arms are not even the same. So he does have a little bit of articulation. Each arm does in fact move. So if you want to put them both down around the sides and just make them look really weird like that, you can totally do it. It's like, I gotta go. But of course you can have him running whichever way, like so. I know it's asking a lot to have the legs move, but that wouldn't happen. Though the actual overalls he's wearing are very, very well sculpted. I mean, you get the seam lines all over this thing. The paint is actually very, very good. You guys normally know I complain about the paint a little bit on these guys. The clothes, at least this go around, very good. Maybe a tiny bit sloppy right up here, but the nose right there and maybe around the hair is the worst part of the paint job. Other than that, it's actually very, very good. I like that. The hat's molded very nicely. Got the M right there. Nice big yellow buttons. Shoes are brown and tan, and yeah, they had to put the hole in a very unfortunate spot. However, it's more like just the back of his thigh. But where else are you going to put it? So you take the big sharp shank and you just... whatever the sound Mario makes, something like that, right? And he does get in a nice pose. Of course, they had to put that in a very specific spot so that it would balance, or else it would just topple over like pretty much everything else does. So let's set Mario out of the way, and we'll take a look at the Cackling Nightmare. So... okay, enough of that. So yeah, that's basically the image. This thing is supremely well painted and detailed. Like, enough of that little green junk or whatever that is right there, this would be absolutely beautiful. Look at his head sculpt, guys. Look at that. They got the sideburns all sculpted in there. Hair's painted worth, oh well. Got the giant butt chin, the huge gaping mouth and teeth, the scraggly mustache that he's known for, the big pink nose. Look at these eyes. Hold on. Focus on the eyes, not my thumbnail. There we go. So he's even got a little bit of blue, like right back there at the edge of the eye. But look how well the eyes are either painted or tampographed there. They kind of follow you. Like, it's actually really, really well done. I love it. Of course, you got the W hat, because he is a Wario. I never realized he had a little bit of white around the edges. It's actually really well done. Big old white hands and gloves. Big old W on the back, whereas the Mario Brothers don't have that. Maybe Luigi does? No, actually, no. It's just these guys. So, yeah. The one thing that's really weird, the way they articulated They didn't pin that in at the shoulder. They did it down here by the elbow, so you get that look. So realistically, it's supposed to probably be more of a stagnant figure. This one's actually the same on this side. Looks a little bit less unfortunate if you rotate it forward. He does have some very strange, like, genie feet. I don't know what's going on with that, but it is what it is. The soles are nice and brown. He doesn't have a ton of molded detail to his overalls, but, you know, it is what it is. Everything else is so great on this. I actually don't care. This is so much fun. I was so happy when I found this. Of course, I probably would have ended up ordering it from the same line that the new one comes in, if need be, because, you know, it seems like every once in a while they re-release some of the older figures, like Green Yoshi, impossible to find until that new Walgreens line came out, so that helped. But yeah, there's those. Stay. Now, of course, we can bring in Wally to meet these guys. Wally, this is running Mario. He's like running. You know, you can't run because you're on tank treads. So, oh, jeez, Wally. I gotta knock over Mario. You know how long it's been since you knocked over Mario? You know how hard it is to put him back on that little stand. Fine. Come over here. Meet Wario, but be careful because he's a bad guy. And he's pretty much your size, so just be careful. But, oh, Jesus. Wally, this is why I can't give you friends. You've got big friends now. You got giant robots that are on your side. You don't need these little Nintendo guys. Stay. Well, now no collection with Wario would be complete without his partner. Get out of the way there. And of course we have Waluigi. Now, as far as I know, these two are not related, like the Mario brothers. If I recall correctly, they have nothing to do with each other. They just happen to be partners in evil, if I'm right. Now, this one I'm always careful with. Just try to bend the feet back. Get him a tiny bit of lean. If anybody needs a plastic rod up his you-know-what, it's Waluigi. So, you know, you actually have the reverse L there and everything like that. So he fancies himself the reverse Luigi, and then you have the reverse Mario. So these two look fantastic together. Because realistically, that's the weird size difference between them. Hold on. There we go. Actually, let me get a picture of that. That's pretty good. So, that's going to be it. I'm just going to let Mario lay off to the side there because Wario is the cooler figure here. So, I'll catch you guys on the next review. Dang you fell over. There. But, as always, I'd like to thank my patrons for, you know, donating money and keeping this channel rolling, however little at a time. It's awesome. Thank you for your participation, guys. And yeah, if you guys want to be part of the Patreon, it is on the screen as usual. And if you like these fun nerdy reviews, I try to do these quickies, quote-unquote quickies, every other day during the week in between Gunpla reviews. So I like reviewing the fun little nerdy stuff. However, I'm definitely running out of these little guys. I still have some pop figures that I have left over that I want to review that are still really cool. As for everything else, I need some fun, nerdy, cheap stuff to look at to keep things going, guys. So if you have any other ideas, yes, I've heard you say repeatedly, Nintendoroids. Those things are not cheap. They're very expensive. These things are $5 or less. I need things that are under $10 that I could easily get a hold of and, you know, check out for you. That if you guys know, you know, you've got my sensibilities by now, guys. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. So I'll check you guys later. And remember, as always, keep on jumping.